Okay, guys. Another quick little update on some news here that I covered about the Joy-Con drift issue. Um, Apparently, Nintendo is going to be offering free repairs for anybody experiencing that issue. Now, I don't know if there's any like time limit on it or anything like that. I hope not. I hope they're going to be cool about it and do it to whoever um like requests it and calls Nintendo customer support. Which I will say this before I continue. I will say this about Nintendo's customer support. Their customer support is actually pretty good because I've had to call customer support a couple times with Switch issues, and they've always been really nice and really cool about it. So, I mean, they do have that going for them. They do have nice staff, so it's not like they're being a-holes about it or anything, but their PR response to it was like, oh, well, we know, we're aware of this issue, and we try to release the best quality controllers and products possible, and basically a typical PR response. And people were getting mad about it. And I'm like, well, they're not just gonna come out and like own up to it that they like legitimately screwed up, because a lot of companies wouldn't do that. Like Microsoft didn't do it when the Red Rain of Death happened with the 360, which I know a ton of people that were affected by that back in the day. But I wasn't because I am not an Xbox person. So I mean, good for me for getting a PS3, I guess. But anyway, but that's like it's basically the same issue. Like they owned up to it eventually. It took them longer though to like own up to it. It took them longer. Nintendo always tries to do the right thing as quick as possible. Yeah, it took them like a year and a half, 2 years to like admit to it, but like they're not denying that it's not an issue. And they've known about it, but like what are they gonna do? Recall all the Switches when they've already been selling so much? No, they're not gonna do that. They're gonna do what Microsoft did. Which, I mean, like I said before, like I wish they would have done release the Switch without Joy Cons and just gave you the choice to like buy the Joy Cons if you wanted to, or buy a Pro controller if you planned on playing in handheld mode. Because I barely ever do because I hate the Joy Cons anyway. The joysticks are terrible. The D-pad's terrible. The build quality is okay. The HD Rumble is stupid. It doesn't really add anything to it, so I don't understand why include that as like your first controller. Like you should have. Well, okay. Here's what they should have done with the Switch when they launched it. For anybody that owns a Switch, if you know the Joy-Con grips, the thing you slide the Joy-Con into to make it like a traditional controller, what they should have done is made that just a controller, just put buttons on it, and a real D-pad, and a home and capture button, and an NFC reader, and call it a day. Like, why didn't they do that? And avoid all this issue. And yeah, like someone said, yeah, well, someone in the comments on my last video said that every analog stick has a drift issue eventually, which that's true, but not within like 4 or 5 months of you getting the console. Like I've had my PS4 for like 4 years, I think, and no kind of issue with it ever. I've never had any issue with my analogs on that. Excuse me. I've never had any issue with that. Mainly because I take care of my stuff. So like yeah, it might be an issue like 10 years down the road, but it wasn't like 6 months to a year later. I mean, if I use my Joy-Cons more, I guarantee you I'd probably see that issue. Um, but like I said earlier, at least they're owning up to it now and offering free repair. So if you have experienced this issue, I highly recommend you contact Nintendo as soon as possible and say, hey, my left or right Joy-Con or both Joy-Cons are having drift issues. Can I get a repair? And they'll do it. So, to close this out, like, I mean, like I said, at least they owned up to it, but it took forever, in my opinion, for them to do it. They should have just been like, the year mark, they should have been like, okay, we need to address this issue. But they didn't, and they waited longer. But it is what it is. It's Nintendo, it's corporate, and Nintendo's not the sharpest company in the drawer either. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this Handle Game Fan 89 news. Leave a like below, or leave a like and comment below if you have this issue and you plan to do a free repair. Let me know how it went if you do one too. If you do one and decide to send it, comment below after you get it back, see if it works better. Because that's something I'm curious about too, if it'll be better. And with the revision switches, will it be better? Will the Joy-Cons be better? Probably not, but who knows? But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment down below. Check the description for all my links, social media, my Discord, and all that good stuff, the Twitch, and Patreon. Thank you for supporting the channel on Patreon if you do. If not, check the link below if you want to. It'd be really cool if you did. If not, that's okay too. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.